All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mixtape Show. It is time for the Artist of the Week interview. This week's Artist of the Week interview is brought to you by MJ's Hip Hop Connects, and checking in with us from Jacksonville, Florida. I know we both dealing with this heat right now. He goes by the name of T3mpo Tai, and we're gonna talk about his music and talk about what's going on with the brother, man. First and foremost, my brother, welcome to the Mixtape Show, man.
For sure, bro. Like I said, thank you for having me, bro.
Absolutely, absolutely. T3mpo Tai, man. So that's a interesting name. You know what I'm saying? I like the way how you got it spelled and everything like that. Go and give us a quick little background on that, man. How do we get that name and the reasoning behind the way you got it spelled? Because it's definitely different from what you see out there.
Right, for sure. Nah, I mean, it definitely means something. So the Ty, that is just how my actual name is spelled, not Tycai. And then when I first started rapping and learning and kind of developing my delivery,
Mm,
it was other people that was hearing it that was kind of like amping it up, like telling me, what I'm saying, the way I changed the tempo and the cadence, that's just, it sounded different.
mm.
So, me being an artist, automatically I hear, tempo time. I wasn't one that had to keep switching my name. Once I heard that, I'm like, yeah, that's it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Dope, man. And how long have you been actively just recording music in general?
4 years, right? It's just been nonstop, what I'm saying, really going after the right way.
What made you decide that this is the way you wanted to kind of use this as expressing yourself? Has it something? Have you always had a desire, or was it just somebody in the family or a homie that kind of was doing it, and you was kind of like, "Yo, I could do that."
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It was kind of the opposite, right? It was like all my friends was doing it, and I was like, man, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like I was, because they, it was. I enjoyed music. I've always been a music fan,
Mhm.
but I've also been always been a writer too, and I never correlated the two. But it wasn't a time, man, where I kind of hit like a pressure situation where I was facing charges, and I mean, forget facing charges. I knew I was going. It was just a matter of how long.
Mhm.
And with dealing with that situation, plus expecting my first child, it was a lot of stress, you know what I mean? And that's when I finally sat down and wrote for the reason of myself as opposed to like making a song. And
Mhm.
once that started happening, it started developing. And, I'm the type like me, I'm not afraid to try anything. I'm just going to go all the way in when I make my mind up. So when I started seeing something develop, man, I went, hit the studio, did horrible, came back. You know what I mean? But then, like I said, I'm a failure doesn't bother me. So that attracted me. When I saw that, I'm like, nah, I got to go back and kill this. And that just after that, it became an obsession.
Nice. So you didn't have for the lack of better words, anybody mentoring you to get started,
Nah,
or nothing like that.
nah, bro. And being real, it might sound kind of corny, but I'm gonna tell you, I went to a festival called Bonnaroo, and this is
Mhm.
when I was kind of like halfway in and on, like writing the music, but kind of do it in secret. And I saw J. Cole perform, bro, and like
Mhm.
it was like 50,000 people out there, and he never said a word, just with his hands, he started moving the crowd.
Yeah.
And everybody started moving. When I looked, bro, I got chills. I'm like, man, I want to do that one day. That's it. I'm going home. I'm not. And after that, man, it just blew my mind to see that. And
Yeah.
man, I haven't stopped since then. Whether it was me having to go away, come back, I never stopped writing, never stopped working on my delivery and developing as an artist.
Dope. That's dope, man. Like I said, it's. I'm glad that you turned a situation that could have been negative or was negative, I guess, at the time, or a learning situation, and
Yeah,
turn it into a positive because you got stories to tell. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and I've heard the music too that you've done, and with you being a Florida artist, you don't have that stereotypical type of music that comes out of Florida. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
definitely I can hear the East Coast influence on there, you know what I'm saying? But I can also hear that Southern sound in there too as well. So and it's just you telling your story. So that's you can never go wrong when you keep it real and keep it true to what's going on in your life.
Facts.
And those are the artists I'm always drawn to is when I hear those real life situations and stuff like that.
Right.
Um so when you decided, hey man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna go do this. Like you said, you got in the studio, it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to.
Nah.
Um did you at any point up to this point was it a part where you was like, man, maybe I don't want to do this, or maybe I'm not cut out for this part, or is it just kind of like you keep that positive mindset of it's a lesson, just keep pushing, it's just a lesson.
Yeah, nah, bro. I'm not. I ain't gonna lie to you. If there's a strong suit that I have, is like I'm not built like that.
Yeah.
Like quitting, it don't, like I said, it don't bother me to not make it on the
Mm,
first try or the
mhm,
10th try or the 20th try. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because like you and I both know, especially in this business, right? It only takes one time. You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
and then I'm sure in hindsight, like I always kind of look at it like, man, in hindsight, I'm gonna look back like, man, that 4 year, 5 year grind was nothing in comparison to what I have. So,
Hmm.
nah, bro. I mean, because in my mind, like, if I quit now, then like nothing changes. I'm just chilling. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's all this that I've seen, that I've been through, that I put into it would be for nothing. And I know I got something to give. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We don't need no more hobbyists out there. You
Nah,
know what I'm
man,
saying?
nah.
We need we need teachers, man. We need future teachers out there, and I can definitely hear that in your music, man. So that's definitely dope, brother. What's the journey, man, in the process, brother? What's the most what do you enjoy about it so far, as far as the process and going through it?
To be honest with you, I love see, I've you know what I'm saying, I used to be an athlete. I played sports, and that grind of getting better and
Hmm.
walking people down and moving up, like I love that. You know what I mean? For
Hmm.
me, the real pressure starts when you get up there, when
Yeah.
there's the expectations. So for me, like right now, like, yeah, I'd love to be probably doing a little bit more, but at the same time, like I love it because I know I see what's coming, what everybody don't see.
Hmm.
So right now, it's that regular grind, but it's that creating, it's that meeting new people, it's going to talking to producers,
Hmm.
showing what I have, and kind of getting out there and like just learning. So,
Yeah.
some people will call that the hard part, but like I'm enjoying that shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same way, man. Like I said, our platform here, our show and our radio station, like I don't do the whole pay me to play records and that type shit. I'm a big fan of just connecting with the artists and giving them a home. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like you, I love the networking part. I love going into
Right.
different cities and connecting with the scene out there and telling them what we do. You know what I'm saying? And open them up to what we do, and that kind of shows them, oh shit, it is a platform out there that cares about the indie scene. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I and I always say this too. You can at the end of the day, if you do everything the right way, the money's gonna come, you know what I'm saying, at some point.
I
So
feel that.
just enjoy the journey, you know what I mean, and build that political capital, you know what I'm saying, where you can go to any city, any town, anywhere, and knowing that you're good, you know what I'm saying. That
Right.
you can go get a studio anywhere because you're cool with people out there. You can collab with
Right.
any artists out there. So I definitely feel you on that, man. I love the journey and I love the process of it because that's the fun part for me is the people building and building that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dope,
For
dope, dope.
sure.
So I know you got the single too, MJ sent out where we're gonna play after the interview and everything like that. And we was talking a little bit off air. You working on kind of like an EP mixtape type situation. I know you don't have a title for that. We looking to get that maybe in the fall or something like that, or are you
I'll
still?
be looking at yeah, very soon, very soon. I actually want to release a single in the next few weeks to a month. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of seeing where we at. But we've been working, man. We got a lot, and I'm so you create something, you get excited, you want to put it
Mhm.
out there, but it's also the business side, making sure I do it the right way. But I definitely got a single coming, and then it's gonna be a mixtape coming that we're working on called Bar Bully. That's gonna go ahead and kind of flex the muscle, show what I'm capable of.
Mhm. And how would you explain your sound to somebody out there who may not be feel familiar with your music? How would you explain the tempo tie sound?
Uh, Man, lyrical storyteller, um, energy,
Mhm.
energy. That's one thing I look for is that anybody can tell a story, but to feel it, for that listener to see the picture that you paint, I feel like it's a certain energy that's go into it. So, I would like for them to know that it is that energy and that lyricism that comes along with it too.
Yeah. Who are some of the artists that you studied coming up? Still coming up? Like who to some I know you said J. Cole earlier. So who else is in your kind of like
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a little bit from his page and take a little bit from his page.
for sure. So I name the same people all the time, but it's because it's true.
Mhm.
So Andre 3000, like for me, he's like one of the most underrated. Like I know he gets love,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like he gets even as much as he needs to. Because man, I'm a big fan of like I said, I'm a big fan of penmanship. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So when I see sometimes the way the bars are broken down and structured, um, I think Nas is like the greatest. Like I'm a big Nas fan, and that's probably where you hear a lot of that East Coast influence come.
Mhm.
Nas, um, of course, again East Coast DMX. Like for me, and then they're a little opposite. It's what's funny because Nas is a storyteller, and you can kind of feel where he's coming from,
Mhm.
but X is a type that he can say something so basic, but you feel that passion and that energy that it don't even matter. Like you're
Yeah.
with them. So
Yeah.
Those are the kind of if those are the things I could take away and try to embody that, then I feel like I'll be all right.
Yeah, Nas is my number one. I grew up in Queens, New York,
Okay.
before moving to Dallas. So this is like I'm a transplant here. But I grew up in Queens, and I got family that lives in Queensbridge. So it's always fun to kind of go back there and just sit on those park benches
It's an energy, right?
yeah, you feel it, and
Yeah.
it's kind of fun just to like know, like, man, all this history that came out of these 6 blocks, you know what I'm saying, of people that came through here is always fun to kind of go through there and just
Right.
be a part of that hip hop history, you know what I'm saying? Dope, man, dope,
For
yeah.
sure.
X too, man. X was another one who was my favorite. I remember when he dropped, the hip hop world wasn't really ready for that as far as the
No.
masses. Like the underground is a different story, but when he came out the way he came out, it was just like, the fuck am I listening to right now? You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
this is too raw to be on the radio. You know what I'm saying? This guy,
Yeah.
he shouldn't be on commercial radio, but he just had that energy, man. That was
Couldn't deny him.
you couldn't deny him, man.
Yeah.
To me, I used to always say he was more of a I know the comparisons were big back in the day when they said him and Pac was similar. I think
Right.
him and Pac was similar as far as they didn't care about what you felt about what they said, kind of thing. But the energy was a little different. But I just remember when Next came out, I was just like, man, this dude is gonna be around for forever. You know what I'm saying? Putting out this
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
It's
unfortunately, he's not with us
yeah.
now. But he put out so much material that it was like, man, so how does this guy
Yeah.
do it?
For sure, man. Rest in peace to X, man. See, it's crazy because you got to think where like I was confusing because I'm from Alabama.
Hmm. Hmm.
Shout out 251 from Alabama. But see, my family, my mom's from the Bronx, and my dad's from
Okay.
Brooklyn, New York, Brownsville.
Okay.
So, they grew up in the era where I'm hearing stories of them seeing these artists,
Yeah.
seeing these people battle rap. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And every summer, like I'm going to New York. So like I'm in these areas.
Yeah.
So, I'm hearing at home, I'm in the summers where I'm living, I'm hearing DMX, I'm hearing Cameron, I'm hearing Papoose, I'm hearing these guys, and I'm coming back home and hearing Lil Wayne, Boosie,
Yeah.
Gotti, No Limit. It's for me, I think that ended up being a helpful point.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, sometimes I'll be up there playing some of that and they think I'm crazy. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be in Alabama playing some of that and they think I'm crazy too. So
But you got that well-rounded thing about you where you can pull from all of those different cultures of music and
right.
and incorporate it. Because I did the same thing. Like I said, Dallas was always like my summer getaway, like for the family.
Okay.
So this was always, how it is when you live in the city. We're gonna send you down to the countries to see your family. So it was always that. So
Yeah.
this is why I got introduced to like DJ Screw and all that kind of stuff, and
Oh yeah.
and Swisher House and those type of DJs and the mixtapes. So I used to bring those mixtapes back home, and they'd be like, "Why does it sound like the tape is broke? Like, why is it so
What
slow?"
is this?
Oh, who's this? What is a UGK? You know what I mean? So it's just crazy when you go back years later and cats is bumping UGK. So it's just weird now. Not now.
uh,
Now it's more common now, but back then it was weird to see guys listening to like the Southern artists the way they did. I say Cash Money kind of helped with that too, but it was
yeah, true.
it was wild, man. It was definitely wild, brother. So what's the show look like, man? When you're on the stage doing the live show, man, what does a Tempo Tie live show look like?
Oh man, I can't stay still.
Mm,
Yeah, I can't stay still. You gonna move because I'm moving. Like it's the way I sound is the way I appear, you know what I'm saying, when I perform because like I
mm,
said, it's all a feeling for me. So,
mm,
when I'm performing that track, I'm in that feeling, I'm in that area. So
mm.
yeah, man, it's gonna be side to side, it's gonna be, a lot of movement and you gonna feel where I'm at. You know what I mean? You're not gonna sit still.
Yeah,
That's one thing I love. You're not gonna sit still. I'm gonna bring the energy, and like I said, I feel like you can never hear a single tempo tie track, never seen me before, and you walk up to the show, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I like that. You know?
yeah. Do you like that feeling of well, obviously I would think so that you would, but you can answer that. Somebody walks in the building, they don't have any idea who you are, but when they leave from seeing you perform, and you got them, you know what I'm saying? You got them. They
Yes.
dapping you up, you know what I'm saying? They asking for your information, your social merch, and all that. What's that feel?
Yeah.
What's that feeling like, man?
Oh man, that's over the top. That's over the top because you know that was completely unbiased. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like they probably didn't even want to listen to you initially. You was just, you know what I'm saying? And for them to see a fan develop or to see
Yeah,
somebody, because somebody really gotta like you to come out this show and be like, listen, bro, you killed that shit. Like I
yeah,
rock with you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So for me, that's like, yeah, like I appreciate I can do that. I know that you felt what I was saying, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
That's a
that's crazy.
that's an awesome feeling, man. As a DJ, that's a feeling too for me. Whenever you mixing records and you look up and you see the somebody bobbing real heavy or somebody singing with the
Yeah.
track, and I'm like, I got them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let me
Yeah.
focus on this little group right here because I know I got them and they're gonna wind up affecting everybody else. So let me just keep
Uh-huh.
it moving. So man, so I'll tell you what, man. What else you got going on this year besides the project and stuff? You got any live shows or what can we see you do what you do best right now?
And that's what we in the process of right now, my guy. We setting up to get me out there, man, to start traveling, getting to some of these places. I've been getting a lot of love and support, especially from oddly enough cities outside of Florida. So
Mm,
um by this fall, man, this school semester we want to be out there,
mm.
try to hit some of these cities like Atlanta, Nashville, Orlando. These are the cities that have been, showing me love. So yeah, that's the plan, man, for everybody to start seeing a lot more Tempo Tai, man, face to face in their city, feel that energy so we can start, developing some of those fans, some of those people that get to walk in and,
Yeah.
have something unforgettable.
That's dope, man. We need more of that too, man. We need more of the promo tours. We need more of the college tours now from artists. I think a lot of artists need to get away from. I mean, social media is a tool. You know what I'm saying? You should definitely use your
Yeah,
social media, but I think like you want to get out there and be in front of the people. It's dope to have that feeling. I think every artist should at least try some sort of mini promo tour if they can book it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it
right.
be you hit the next state over from you or something like that, or outside the actual city. You know what I'm saying? Just try something new, try something different, get out there and let the people feel the energy because it's a different exchange of energy when they feel you see you perform compared to when they see you on social media, if they hear your music on iTunes and all that kind of stuff. So that's
Yeah, man.
much success for that, man. Hopefully you can get out there soon. Like you said, you're in the right area too, because you're in that little border where you can get Atlanta and you can get Miami and all that other kind of stuff. So
Right.
definitely dope. I'm excited to see what you got going on, man. So
Appreciate it.
so social media, man. What's the best way we can catch you on your social media and follow your journey?
Yeah, for sure, man. The good thing is everything is the same wherever you find the social media, all music, major platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora. It is only Tempo Tai, T3mpo
Mhm.
Tai. That's Tempo Tai on everything you go, man. It's the only one, so no confusion. Check me out.
Yeah. And when the project comes out, man, how about we bring you back and we talk about that. I like to break down a lot of the music with artists when they release something, and definitely
Yeah,
want to pick your brain. We have this thing called the listening sessions where we'll kind of bring you on live on air, and we'll just kind of talk about the project. You know what I'm saying? We can I can ask you a couple questions about it, and you can tell me what you was thinking when you wrote this, wrote that, and kind of give the
yeah,
fans a little bit more insight on your music, man. Because I definitely would love to hear a body of work from you once you get that release.
bro. I appreciate it. I'll definitely be down for that. Thank you.
Definitely, man. And I don't know what we do here too, man, is we since this is your first time on the show, once you come on the show, this is home. We call our guests mixtape show boom bap alumni. That means the door is always open. We always want you to come back, you know what I'm saying? Share your work with us. If you got new stuff, if you got stuff you want to promote, you can shoot it my way and we'll throw it on the website to help promote through our Twitter feed and everything, man. We want this to be a pillar for you to come through whenever you got new music and drop. And we want this to be home for you, man. So we definitely hopefully take advantage of that and come on back and chop it up some more. And then you know what I'm saying, let's break down what else you got going on.
Hey, man, ain't too many like y'all, man. I appreciate that, man.
Oh. So who you want to shout out, man, before we get out of here?
Oh man, the team, man. First off, definitely you mentioned earlier MJ with MJ's Hip Hop Connects. I appreciate the work she's been doing for me, and my team, the Bridge. The Mid Bridge Management, Q, Sid, man. Shout out to them. They've been showing love, and of course, what I'm saying, the family and my lady, looking out because that consistency. What I'm saying, it's
Mm-hmm.
people forget it's a team, bro. It's a
Mm-hmm.
team that puts into it. So
Mm-hmm.
I got a solid team, and I'm happy to have it.
Yeah, that's definitely, man. I know some people say you don't need management or you don't need that kind of stuff, but I think it just depends on the artist. You know what I'm saying? As far as what you need,
Yeah.
definitely, like I said, if you got a small circle of people that believe in you, man,
Yeah.
stick to them, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna start to realize soon as the further you keep going up that ladder, you're gonna start seeing more suckers coming in the mix. So you know what
Oof,
I'm
they heavy.
saying?
They're the heavy rate. Yo, I just a quick comment on what you mentioned about management, man. The best thing, as far as like a little cue on that, your manager is the person that cares about you, but the person that's there rocking with you from the beginning.
Hmm.
Like you said, suckers running down you. The better you get, man, you're gonna be running in the salesman. You know what I'm saying? Not people that really rock with you. So
Absolutely.
that's what I've been fortunate to have.
Yeah, definitely stick to that
Yeah,
team, man. If they got your back, brother, don't forget about them. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen it coming. I've seen people lose a lot. You know what I'm saying? To putting their careers in the wrong people's hands. You know what I'm saying? Just with dealing with me, like trying to me from booking them, I can tell the management isn't right for that kind of artist, and
yeah,
I don't get involved in their business, but I'll see down the line like, oh, so and so's not representing me no more, and I was like, yeah, I kind of figured that.
yeah. It makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So dope, brother. But like I said, brother, this is definitely home to you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into this pushback track. And then, like I said, whenever you got the new music, man, come on back. Let's talk some more. And this is home for you, brother. And then hopefully maybe if we're on the road too, we can connect with you because we got some DJs on our station out in
yeah,
Florida who we play, we carry their show on the weekends. I know next year they got some stuff going on out there. And I think it's Orlando, but we got some stuff, that we can branch out to. So hopefully we can link up soon in person, brother, and do this again, man.
hey, for sure, bro. I'm always up for it. Appreciate you
Ah,
again, man.
all right, all right. He goes by the name of Tempo Tai. He is now officially a part of our mixtape show, Boom Bap alumni. We're gonna get into this pushback joint, and like I said, brother, this is home for you, man. Come on back and let's do this again. All right,
Hey, Tempo, yes, sir.
all right,
Appreciate you.
all right. We'll be right back.
All right, man.